evening, Tottenham fans. It's finished Everton 0, Tottenham 3. Another 3 points on the road for Spurs. Another away victory. Another away clean sheet for Spurs. Playing away seems to be night and day from playing at home. I'm absolutely buzzing. I can't believe we actually got a victory 3-0. It doesn't feel like a 3-0 game. It did not feel like we were dominant in that game whatsoever. We were very frustrating going forward, that's for sure. But we were so solid at the back. It was absolutely crucial what those defenders did and the midfield did to stop Everton from breaking through. That's the first defeat Everton have had at home this season. They've been formidable there. They've played very, very well. But Spurs had, I would call, a professional performance versus Everton, and I'm more than happy. Now, I was joking with my subscribers before that they said every time you predict a loss, Spurs wins, because I predicted a loss before the Leeds game because it was before an international break and Spurs went on to win. So I jokingly predicted a loss for Spurs against Everton, and we won again. So I think I'm just going to have to keep predicting losses until I'm right. But I'm really happy with this result. Really, really happy considering the run of games we've got coming up as well. We've got like Newcastle away, Chelsea at home, Arsenal away, Man United as well. They're going to be some tough games. And then Champions League in between that as well. So I'm really, really chuffed with this. I'm going to get into the players as well because forward players wise, I think Mawani makes a massive difference when he's playing up front. He's night and day to Richarlison. He links up much better. His movement's better up front too. His touch is better. He holds it up better. You know, he's much more dangerous when he's going forward. He didn't make like a massive impact, but you could see like little increments of what he was doing and made a lot of difference. Even though Richarlison did come on and get an assist, I'll give him that as well. But the overall play from Mawani just massively improves us. Xavi had another quiet game again, and it was quite funny because when it started opening up, when Everton started opening up because they needed to get back in the game, Xavi was getting a lot more space and a lot more time, and he actually started getting into the game, and then he was taken off. So I felt a little bit sorry for him in that way as well. Johnson work rate was pretty good. He actually took on his man a couple of times as well, so that was good to see. Put in a couple of good crosses. Kudos. For some reason, Kudos wasn't playing on the right. He was playing up top with Mawani, which was different. Another tactical masterclass from Thomas Frank, maybe, putting them both in the middle rather than putting Kudos out wide, which worked pretty well, to be honest. But it was the defenders today that really made it click for Spurs. It really did. I'll start with Vicario because Vicario's been getting a lot of stick lately. From myself as well, because I was thinking, you know, he wasn't that great at coming out for crosses. But today, he was very dominant in his box. His punching was very strong and clinical. He got there every time he went for the ball. And he's done 3 fantastic saves today. 3 fantastic saves. One to his left where I thought it was a goal and he just tipped it wide. Then another one where it deflected twice and it came off the surface, which was really wet and raining today. Still got down to his right and made a magnificent save. And the last 2 games, Vicario has been absolutely outstanding. He's been very, very good. All that criticism, and he just stands up and says, and what? Now he's proved everybody wrong, and I'm really happy for him. We did concede a goal though, but it was disallowed for offside and infringement at the same time, which was, I'd say, quite soft, but that's the rules of the game, and Spurs ended up keeping a clean sheet, which was brilliant. Moving on to Van de Ven, super Van. He's my man of the match today, but it's very close with the next guy I'm going to talk about in a minute. Van de Ven was absolutely dominant in the opposition box today. Brilliant 2 headers in the first half against Everton. It was absolutely clinical from him. Like, I think he scored more Premier League goals than Gyökeres, so hold that as well. 2 bullet headers from close range from Van de Ven. Great work from Bentancur to get the header back across the goal from a cross from Kudos. Great header back through from Bentancur, then Van de Ven gets on the end of it into the bottom corner. Second one was a Porro cross, and Van de Ven jumped higher than the goalkeeper's hands to header it in, another bullet header, and he was also solid in defence as well, absolutely solid. Nothing was getting past him as usual. It was a very, very, very good performance, a man of the match performance. If you've got Van der Ven in your dream team, you would have done very, very well this week. Clean sheet, man of the match, 2 goals. He would have been smashing out the points for you this week. So Van der Ven was absolutely excellent. Now let's move on to his defensive partner. Now, without Romero last season, before the January window, Romero was hugely missed because we had no one really of his calibre to cover him. And in today's game, Danso proved that the level doesn't drop off so much when you bring him in. He was absolutely phenomenal today. He was brilliant today, Danso was. I've got a few stats for you of Danso actually, because I wanted to pinpoint him out because normally when Romero's missing, we normally lack that defensive structure, but honestly, it looked like it made no difference because today he made 2 blocks, 18 clearances, 14 headed clearances, 3 recoveries. This is stats from FOTMob, by the way, using an app called FOTMob. And ground duels 1, 2 out of 2, 100%. Aerial duels 1, 4 out of 4, 100%. This is almost a perfect performance from Danso. Absolutely brilliant. It really is. Really solid display from him today. Absolutely brilliant. Not too bad on the ball either as well. So let me speak about Jed Spence on the left-hand side, who really frustrated me today. He was very good defensively, don't get me wrong, and I'm not going to try and put any negatives on this video, but we really miss your doggy's like forward momentum when he gets the ball. Spence always gets it and he looks like he's hopping on 1 foot because he only uses 1 foot, and he's so predictable on the ball that it's easily dispossessed, and every time he gets it he always looks to go backwards. So that was a frustrating part for me. Another frustrating part was the forward play. The patterns of play are still not there, but if you think on the large scheme of things, the bigger picture, Spurs have got Kulusevski, Maddison, Solanke, Romero, Udogie, 5 players that could probably start in this side at the moment, all missing, and we're still accumulating points. We are now 3rd in the Premier League. 3rd. Last couple of days, I've heard Frank out. I've heard he doesn't know what he's doing. That's all gone a bit quiet now, hasn't it, for another week? I'm sure they'll be back if we lose the next game or whatever. But honestly, 3rd in the league. We're above Manchester City. We're above Liverpool. We're above Chelsea. And some Spurs fans are still not happy. We've got some key players missing and we're still accumulating points. We're not playing the best football. I'm not saying we're the best team in the world. I'm not saying that, we should have won this 5-6-0. On the contrary, like Everton could have easily gone ahead a few times. Everton could have easily got a couple of goals today if it weren't for the brilliance of Danso, Van der Ven and Vicario. But all in all, I'm very, very happy. A 3-0 victory versus Everton. We're allowed to enjoy these victories. You can tell me, yes, we've got some really hard games coming up. Yes, we could be mid-table by the end of it or whatever like that. But you can't say you're not happy with this result. Away to Everton, a team that hasn't lost at home all season, and we've ended up doing it. And by the way, we've got the best away record in the league, by the way. The best away record in the league. We're undefeated away, which is insane. If we can sort out our home record, we could have a really, really good season this season. Get some players back, sign some top quality players in January, and the end of the season could be even better. I'm not going to get carried away. Like I said, there's some really hard fixtures coming up and everything can change very quickly in football. So I'm keeping my feet firmly on the ground. I've predicted from the start of the season, if anybody's ever watched my videos, I've always said 6th place. We're in 3rd, so we're ahead of schedule at the moment. So if we did fall to 6th, then that would be what I predicted anyway. But so far, so good, in my opinion. Very dogged performance. But I didn't even mention Paulinho and Bentancur. That double pivot that everyone keeps moaning about. Bentancur got an assist today. He got a goal last week as well. Paulinho was absolute monster today. Absolute monster in that middle as well. If I give him a rating out of 10, it would be a 9 out of 10. Danso would have got a 10 out of 10 for me, and so would Van der Ven. Vicario would have got a 9 out of 10 as well. Those four players were absolutely immense to stopping Everton from. You should have seen Paulina's t-shirt. It was half green. He was sliding here, there, and everywhere. It was absolutely insane. Maybe I'll get his stats for the next video, but his stats must be good for tackles as well, because he was just flying in everywhere. Bentancur had one of his better games today, and he was playing a lot more forward passes as well. So those two were really important to this victory today as well. So all in all, I'm very, very happy. We're still not fluid going forward. Don't get me wrong. It's still pretty difficult going forward, but we are getting there slowly. And Mawani makes a massive difference. And I think if you get a Mawani getting on form, Xavi starts getting there, because I think he will soon. He'll start getting there. Start getting someone on that left that can cause trouble as well, because I think Odeberg can do that, but I think he had a knock today. But all in all, very, very good performance. 3-0 victory away at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. It's not Goodison anymore. I keep trying to say that. We should all be happy with this. It is a great, great day for Spurs. Liverpool lost, Manchester City lost, Chelsea lost. And normally, when Spurs have a chance to go into that third position or second position, we normally stuff it up. But this time we didn't. We held our nerve away from home and got those points over the line. Very, very good day. Very, very happy Spurs fan right here. Let me know what your thoughts are in the video today. Thank you for watching, and come on, you Spurs.